Hi everyone and welcome. I know this is a slightly different time than usual, but we got called into grandparent duty tonight, so I'm coming to you a little bit early. So whether you're watching live, and if you are, welcome, welcome, or if you're watching the replay, and if you are, welcome, welcome. That's great. We're going to create together tonight and just have some fun. So make sure to drop a hi or a hello or something in the comment section, no matter where you're watching from or when you're watching. We just love to know that people are here and taking part in this community. So my name is Lillian with Stampers Niche, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator coming to you from very sunny and warm Alberta. So we're really enjoying the spring, summer type of weather right now. Maybe even let us know what the weather's like where you're watching from. So before I go down to my desktop, I always like to ask a little question to get the chatter going. And as to this time, I just about said tonight, this afternoon, my focus is going to be on the new in colors. So do you like them or do you not? Do you have a favorite? Or do you like them all? Let us know what you think of the new in colors, or let us know what your favorite is. My favorite keeps changing. And I have to admit, when I first saw them, I was sort of, oh, I don't know, they're okay. But I've fallen in love with them, and I love how they not only work together, but they work with all the other, or so many of the other colors in the Stampin' Up family. So let's go down to my desktop and see what we're making tonight. And remember, let us know your favorite in color. Oh, Karen, so glad you're here. This was a last minute happening, as so often happens when you're on a grandparent duty roster. But that's the way it goes. So we are making it happen. So I'm just going to make sure the computer is up and running too. There it seems to be going. So these are the newest in colors. These are the ones that are going to be current for 2025 all the way to 2027, which sounds really weird to say, doesn't it? But that's the way it is. So they are in colors with Stampin' Up are colors that are on trend. So they're trending in the home decor, clothing, everything else. All right. Right now, yours is cloud cover, Karen. I really like that one too. And I love how it works with Secret Sea, or look at how it works with the others. I love that. So those are the in colors. So one of the big things about Stampin' Up, as far as I'm concerned, is the coordination. So they have cardstock in the in colors, but they also have stamp pads. So I've just got a couple here. They also have markers. They have embellishments. They have ribbons. Just grabbing them. All of these are so pretty. I posted that picture this morning of all the ribbons. They have blends. They have two-tone paper. They have all kinds of things. So everything goes together. It takes some of that stress and guesswork out of the mix when you're creating, because you just know it's going to go together. So what we're going to do today is case a card that I saw Sara Douglas, who's the CEO of Stampin' Up. I saw her, whoops, I thought I had it all set to come up, and now it's not. Well, how do you like that? There it is. She posted a while back these cards here. So here are all 5 together, and then here they are individually, and if you scroll down, there's more. So I thought, why don't we case this card? So let me bring it up a little bit closer. You can see lots of things happening right in there. So to case means to copy and share everything, at least in my books it does. And I am basically doing what I saw in that picture. So we're going to use Timid Tiger. And it is likely one that I wasn't so sure about, but let me just show you here. So here's a comparison. So there's Peach Pie, Calypso Coral, Timid Tiger, Pumpkin Pie, Cajun Craze. So it's just slightly different than all of them. And if you saw my this or that post on Saturday, I compared these two, but you can see that it falls right between Calypso Coral and Pumpkin Pie, and it is a nice soft orange but still has that orange richness. So we're going to do that. So I'm calling this video Terrific Timid Tiger. So we're going to start with a card base. Karen, the ribbon, it is so easy to work with. I love it. Love, love, love it. I'm glad I've got you to chat with right now. I'm hoping others will join the replay or whatever. So this is the card base. And then I have a piece of basic white that's going to go on the inside. And then I had to decide what size I wanted the focal point here. So I always keep this stack of papers. When I'm designing cards, this really helps with my layers. So I started with 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then just ended up going down 1/8 all the way along. So I started to play, and I thought, okay, that's about the right size. I kind of like that. And then I thought, well, that's not bad either. And then I looked at this one and I thought, oh, do you know what I like? I like 3 is half of the designer paper. You can get a lot. I like that 3 measurement. And so I sort of was thinking that my focal point is going to be approximately 3 by 4 1/4. I'm saying approximately. It's going to be 3 inches wide. It might or might not be 4 1/4 inches long, and you'll see why in a minute. So if you've not made yourself a little set of these, I actually have 2 sets in 2 different colors so that I can work with layers and play around when I'm designing, and it's really, really helpful. So there's that. So we've got this. So I decided that my focal point, I'm going to build on this piece that is 3 by 3 3/4. So that's written on the back. So it wouldn't matter because it's going to be covered over. So it's going to be 3 3/4. Then I have a piece of the designer paper. Now, so let me just show you the designer paper with the in colors. I really, really love it. So you get all 5 in colors, but you get 2 different double-sided designs. So the first set has these leaves on one side and these swishes on the other side. You know I love my swishes. So then we've got Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, Cloud Cover, and Secret Sea. So I'm loving those, and we're using this side for part of ours. And then there's another set, and here they're in the same color, and this time they've got splotches all over on the back and flowers on the front. And we're using this for just a little touch of accent too. So the card I'm making today can obviously be made in any of the colors or with anything else in your stash, but we're working with the in colors. So this is how we're going. So then we've got this piece here. So the designer paper, a piece of the two-tone, and a piece of basic white. And each of these are 3 inches wide. So they're the same width as this here. And they're 1 1/4 inches long. So you could make them a little longer if you wanted, but that's what I chose to do. This is going to go right at the top. Just bring in my glue. So 1 1/4 by 3. We'll put that on. Whoops, the leaves are growing up, and this is going at the top. So we'll just fasten that at the top. Then we're going to bring in the basic white, and we're going to tear the bottom edge of this. And I tear towards me so that you get a nice rough edge on top. because we're making a monochromatic card, in other words, a card where we're using largely the same color, I'm going to stamp. And I wanted a word that goes right across, a set of words, pardon me, a greeting that goes right across, and wishing you all the best really worked. And this is from the stamp set Sentimental Framing. It's part of a bundle, and it's in the online exclusive. So if you went online to my website, Stamper's Niche, and just entered Sentimental Framing, this would come up. It's a quick and easy way to find that. So there you go. We're going to stamp on here. Now, I don't have yet the full ink pad for Timid Tiger, but what I did get was a stamping spot. I got some uninked ones, and I used my ink refill and filled it up. I was trying to budget a little bit. So we've got this, and we're going to bring in, because it's photopolymer, it's one of the clear stamps, we're going to bring in a little cushion to stamp on so we get a better impression. So we're going to ink this up. Now your spots, you get spots in a lot of the kits, but of course, because these are the new in colors, I made my own. And this is what I did with Cloud Cover too. Because the Cloud Cover ink pad, the foam one didn't play well with the ink. There was a negative reaction. So that's what I did that for my Cloud Cover ink. So, and so now we've got that greeting there. So we've got that. Now I'm going to be using the two-tone cardstock. Now the two-tone cardstock is a little thinner than regular cardstock, but a little thicker than designer paper. And it's the neat thing is it's two-toned. Now where do you find two-tone cardstock in the catalog? You find it quite a few places actually. I'm going to start here where you find your papers, your inks, your blends, that kind of thing. The bottom category is the two-tone cardstock. And so there would be the order number for a whole package of that color. But say you just wanted to, well, let me just, before I go any further, if you wanted to see all of the two-tone cardstock, then you would look at this here on pages 77, well, it's 76 and 77. It just shows it beautifully. So we've got all of the colors, including a willow white, which is the white cards that comes with the two-tone kind of thing. It's one tone, but it's the same weight as all of the two-tone cardstock. But if you only wanted a few to start to get going and you didn't want a whole package, my suggestion would be, and this is what I have done, is to go to page 67 and you can get a combo package. So this is 2 sheets of these colors here, and then over here there's a different combo package, and over here a different combo package, and there are some online as well. So again, if you were looking for choices when it comes to two-tone cardstock, I would go to my website and under Shop Now just put two-tone cardstock, and you will see it come up and see all kinds of things. So this is one of the combo packages that I got. This is called Celebrate Together. So I get all of these colors in here. So it's a fun way to be able to play with a few different choices there. So that's just something to think about. Now back to the card. We have this two-tone piece. I'm putting the dark color looking up at me. I guess it really doesn't matter. And we're going to tear. For this one, we tore along the bottom. This one, we're going to tear about 2/3. And again, of course, it doesn't really matter because we're going to use both pieces. So again, tearing towards me. And now the two-tone cardstock has a white core. Our regular cardstock does not. So we get this white look. Now, when I flip it over, I not only get the Timid Tiger there, I get the lighter shade and the white, so I get that really neat effect. So now we're going to start to put it together. So we've just put a bit of glue here. I'm going to start at the bottom with the lightest one and just run it along the bottom, and I'm not going to worry too much And this is going to be covered, so again, I'm not worried about that. And all the others, I'm going to put the glue on here. The reason I put this one on the cardstock was so that it wouldn't ooze out the other edge. I knew it would be covered up. So there we're going to put this one here, like that. I love the effect of two-tone cardstock. Then we're going to put this one here, the greeting, like that. So now we've done our gluing, and we've got this space here, which doesn't look terribly bad, but sometimes it's nice to sort of finish that off with some ribbon, and that's what they did in the sample. It also adds some texture. So this ribbon is called Faux Linen, and I just got a linen jacket, and it's really wrinkly, but this ribbon doesn't wrinkle. It ties beautifully, it's thin, it almost seems to catch the light, and although there almost seems to be a shimmer to it. It's just a really neat, easy to use ribbon. And I'm going to put 2 pieces across here. So all I'm going to do here is bring in my seal and add, oops, take the lid off first, add some seal to the back here. Approximately behind where this is. And then wraps the ribbon around. I'm going to just overlap a little bit. It just makes it look a little finished in my books, like that. And then we're going to do the same with this one. And I'm just actually lining them up side by side. If you leave a little space, it's not going to matter because you've got the same color underneath. I got this one a little crooked. So the joy is when you've got seal there, you can always just pick it up and move it. And there we have it, just like that. We've got our focal point made. Doesn't that look neat? And now it can go on the card like this, and we can add a little flower there. Now, what Sara did when she did it, she cut the flower out of the designer paper. Where did I put that designer paper already? Here we go. She actually fussy cut right from the paper. She just cut out a flower. I didn't feel like fussy cutting, but I decided that I would go to my famous Impressions in Bloom and use this and cut out a flower from the designer paper from the back side. So from this side here. And I just put this on here and ran it through and ended up with this. And I absolutely love these dies because look at the detail. So, so neat. And so now I'm going to add a little dimension to this before I add it to the card. I'm going to press down here, just gently keep going in a circular motion, and you get kind of a little bevel going on. And then I'm going to bring in my bone folder and just gently curl the leaves. This is not necessary. You could ink the edges of the leaves too if you wanted, but I'm not going to do that. It's just, it looks like this. Then I'm going to bring in a little dimensional, put it on the back, like that. And then put an embellishment on there. These are fabulous, and they're called flat pearls, and they are. They've got the shine, they've got that pearl look, but they are relatively flat. And of course, because everything coordinates, here is one that absolutely matches. So we'll bring that in for the center of the flower. Whoops, I should have been paying attention. I got it off center. Let's nudge it back into place. There we go. Like that. Now you could add a few more, but I'm happy with it like that. Now what the sample that I was showing you online, they just put it on here with dimensionals, which looks really good. But I got to thinking, well, I have a new embossing folder that I really am enjoying. And what if we added an embossed layer? So this is the Damask Designs. This is not 3D, so you don't need your specialty plate. It just goes in with your 2 clear plates. And look at what happens if we add this here. So let me bring it up. So there is what it looks like with that layer, or it looks like that. So here's a question. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer it plain, or do you prefer it with the embossed layer, with the extra layer? Which do you prefer? And I will add dimensionals to this while you're leaving your comment. Embossed layer, yes or no? So yes means embossed layer, no means no embossed layer. Yes or no? Or does it not matter? Embossed. Okay, we are going with the embossed layer. Excellent. So I will just add some adhesive to this. So this layer is your 4 by 5 1/4 layer. It's pretty traditional. And you could have embossed this with anything. This embossing folder happens to be on my desk because I've been playing with it lately. It's just arrived. And I just put it flat. You could have put it on dimensionals, but I just put it flat. It just adds that little bit. And I'm going to put this piece on dimensionals. And we will put this on. Like this. And we're going to center it. Now remember, because we tore this, it might not be exact here, but I'm going to try to look for equal borders up here, and I'm not going to worry about the bottom. So we will go like that. Move it over just a smidge. I always like to take a look before I really push it down so that I can still move it if need be. There we go. What do you think? Just like that. Then we've got this, and there's always scraps, right? So here's a little scrap, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to show this one side that we haven't used on the inside? Just a tiny little piece, but it just finishes off the inside a little bit too. So there we go. We've got it like that. And then that will go on the inside like that. Now, I did have some fun. I played with the other colors. So I did make it in Secret Sea. Same thing. Darling Duckling. I'm missing one. Oh, I know. See where it is. Strawberry Slush. I'll do it this way. And Cloud Cover. So there you have it. That's how those cards were made. And it really showcases so many different things that are found in the different colors and how things can work together. Now, if you don't have the two-tone paper, you can always tear a little bit of white and tuck it in or something like that. But just, it's a really simple design, and yet it's really eye-catching. I don't know about you, but I really, really liked it. So, question now, which color? If you were receiving one in the mail, which would you want to receive? Let me know in the comments, all right? And you know what? How many of you wish that you had, $220 to spend on Stampin' Up! Products? Well, you could get, $220 worth of products for only $135 if you wanted to sign up for the starter kit. So if that's interesting to you, give me a little shout out. Here it is. I had it here, but I buried it already. But you can also go here and check it out too. So you get $220 plus, really. There's extras in there as well for $135, and there's no shipping and handling or GST, but that's only till the end of the month. So make sure you take advantage of that if that's interesting for you. Yes, somebody mentioned the ribbon. I love how that they use the ribbon as a layer in here. It looks really neat. And you love cloud cover. Yes, I'm enjoying, well, I have to admit I'm enjoying them all, but I really do like that too. My three favorite are likely these three right now, but I'm liking these too. So I don't know. I like them all. So thank you so much for joining me. So spur of the moment and being understanding. And I look forward to sharing with you again later. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me and take care. Bye-bye.